Hello and welcome today's lecture. Today we'll see some multiple choice questions based on spectroscopy part. The first question which we are going to look at is how many sets of non-equivalent protons are there in toluene. So first of all, you must know the structure of toluene molecule. So structure of toluene is this. This is toluene, methyl benzene. In broad sense, it has got two sets of proton. One is methyl proton and the other set is the aromatic protons or nuclear hydrogens, you can say. So if you write 2, it is fine. The nucleus that doesn't give proton NMR signal is, or NMR signal rather, is does not give. Now does not give means it should be magnetically inactive. I is equal to 0. That is possible in carbon 612, where atomic number and atomic mass both are even. In that case, the molecule is supposed to be NMR inactive. Okay. Now moving on to question number 3. The number of peaks in proton NMR spectrum of this molecule are 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, all these protons are chemically equivalent. So we expect only one set of proton in this molecule. Then the fourth question, more the de-shielding effect means a lower delta value or lower chemical shift value, no change in chemical shift, higher chemical shift and more peak splitting. Now peak splitting is not a relevant thing, but anyway that is one of the option. De-shielding means higher chemical shift. We have already drawn that spectrum. This is TMS and let us say this is 10 delta. If you go this side, it is de-shielding. Now that necessarily means the higher chemical shift. Higher chemical shift is de-shielding, lower chemical shift is shielding. So in that sense, more de-shielding means higher chemical shift, and that's all. The lowest chemical shift value for proton attached to carbons with different states of hybridization is found in. Now there are 3 hybridization, sp, sp2, sp3. So where you will have lowest chemical shift value. So I will give some examples for sp hybridization. Let us take one example. For sp2, I will take the simplest example of ethylene. For sp3, let us put one example, and then now the chemical shift values, this will be around 2.5, this will be 5.5 and this will be 0.9. So lowest is possible in sp3 hybridized carbon, the proton attached to it, or saturated carbon in other term. Next one is the structure of compound with molecular formula C4H9NO2 and PMR data can be. There are 4 options. So broad singlet, this is NH, quartet 2 proton, that is CH2 having attached to CH3 and attached to oxygen also. This is CH3 probably having NH as a neighbor. and this is CH3 CH2, CH2 as a neighbor because it is showing triplet. So, by looking at all these values, the first structure looks correct because this is 2.8, this is 4.1 because of the reverse conjugation, this is 1.2, and of course this is 5.3. So, all the values can be easily assigned to this. If I look at this, this will be singlet, this is once again we do not have two protons, only one proton is there, so NH2 is ruled out. For this CH2 CH3 the chemical shift values will not match. In this case also NH and this doublet would be there, like this will be a doublet of a quartet instead of these given multiplicities. So, multiplicities are also not matching. In this case also this OCH3 will be 3.3 at least, and this will be 2.3, those values are missing. So, all the other options are looking incorrect. Okay. Next question, C4H6, one set of proton, the probable structure. Now, this is PMR data. This is one, that is butadiene, 1,3-butadiene. This is 2 butane. This is the 3-membered ring having methyl, and this is cyclobutene. So, if you look at these C4H6, C4H10, 2 is the site of unsaturation, and two sites of unsaturation, either two double bonds, one triple bond, one double bond and a ring, or one double bond and a ring. Those are the possible options. In all probabilities, this is the correct answer because the methyls attached to triple bond are chemically equivalent, and we will definitely get only one set of protons in this. The number of PMR signals in this compound. So, we are going to have, so this is one set, this is another set. So, there will be two sets of proton. If you are having say chiral center here, then these two methylines will be chemically equivalent, non-equivalent because that is they are going to be diastereomeric, but anyway that part is not there in your syllabus, but here you can see that there are two sets. Which of the following will have highest chemical shift value? So, chemical shift value can be controlled by so many factors. One of them is inductive effect. So, minus I effect is the factor which is to be considered in this case, because we are all dealing with 4 halogens: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. If you know, the electronegativity of fluorine is highest, and obviously this methyl is going to have higher chemical shift value, or more deshielded methyl protons would be there in this case. Fluorine electronegativity on Pauling scale is 4, then comes chlorine, then bromine, and least will be iodine. If the question is which of the following will have the least chemical shift value, then your answer should be CH3I. Highest, for highest it is CH3F without any doubt. C4H10O, proton ratio 9:1 is possible in. Now, C4H10O is saturated compound, will be an alcohol or ether, whatever you can think of, and in this case from the given option, butanol, N-butanol, isobutanol, tertiary butanol, the proton ratio 9:1 is possible in this compound, because tertiary butanol is this. 4 carbons, 10 hydrogens and an oxygen. So 9 proton, 1 set and 1 OH proton. So that proton ratio would be 9:1 in which is possible in tertiary butanol. Isobutanol and all will be having different scenario. I will just put isobutanol here, 1, 2, 3 and then you will have, it cannot be, a ratio would be different, like here it will be 6, then 1 and 2. So 6:2, 2:1, 1:1. So that is different thing. Same is the case with N-butanol. N-butanol 1, 2, 3, 4 and then OH. Once again this is one set, this is another set, this is third set, this is fourth set. So that 9:1 ratio is possible only in case of tertiary butyl alcohol or tertiary butanol, that is all. C12H18, 18 proton singlet is possible in this compound, because all methyls are chemically equivalent and they are going to display a singlet at 2.1 or 2.2 delta. The remaining compounds, they are isomeric compounds. So their molecular formula although same, but it cannot give a singlet because these methyls are different, methylenes are different, methine is different. So naturally these compounds are although isomeric, but they are not going to guarantee a singlet in the proton NMR spectrum. Okay. Now these are all 11 questions we have today. Next time I will come up with some other multiple choice questions from the other section. The UVIR already we have done, NMR also we have done. I will try to put some MCQs from Carbanion and the other part of the syllabus, so that it will be handy for you in the preparation of forthcoming exam. Thank you.